Hallo en welkom by jou donderdag episode van Kletskompas. Natuurlik saam met my in die ateljee vir ons nuus ouetjie toe kry. En dan maak ons 'n draai op Walvisbaai by 'n pediatriese kliniek waar Brave Namibia onlangs gaan aanklop het, maar bly ingeskakel. Soos wat ek reeds genoem het, Oukie toe Greg, saam met my in die Kletskompas ateljee. Oukie toe, hoe gaan dit?
Goed, dankie, goed, dankie.
So, ons is afdraand Vrydag toe.
Hey, amper.
Amper daar.
Ja.
Op ons voorblad dan nou natuurlik nog 'n storie oor ons wet vir geestesgesondheid wat nou al 'n geruime tyd in die pipeline is en ek dink dit kan nie op 'n beter tyd kom. Ons het so die afgelope paar maande regtig 'n aansienlike toename in selfdoodgevalle gesien. Maar dit is nog nie deur nie.
Ja, maar dit is daarom 'n vordering en ek dink dit is belangrik dat ons dit in ag neem. Die nood is groot.
Ja.
En dit is goed om te sien dat iemand probeer iets doen.
Ja. Een ding wat vir my hier goed is om te sien is dat die parlement nie gesê het nee, ons wil dit nie hê nie. Jy weet, hulle sê hierdie wetsontwerp is heel reg met hulle. Hulle is happy chappies daarmee. Hulle enigste probleem is ons het net 2 inrigtings vir geestesgesondheid in Namibia vir soos wat ons nou sal sê 'n manhuis. Wat 'n baie lelike woord is, maar ons het net 2 van hulle, een ver noord en een hier in Windhoek in die hoofstad. En hulle is besorg oor die kapasiteit om hierdie wet te kan toepas, om seker te maak dat daar toegang is tot hierdie dienste en hierdie geriewe vir elke Namibier. En ek dink, dit was vir my lekker om te hoor, dat ons vir eens nie net dink aan, kom ons maak 'n wet sodat mense dink ons is verskriklik oulik nie, maar kan ons dit doeltreffend toepas. Wat vir my baie lekker was om te sien. En dan het Leandria Mouers van ons Ironko kantoor hier geskryf oor Jandrey Gous en Luciano Koetjie.
Woep woep! Hulle is helde.
Ja, wat toe 'n vliegtuig geval het. By Meop Baai het hulle in die middel van die nag daai pad aangedurf en ek dink selfs deur die dag is dit 'n moeilike pad.
Ja, die Namib-woestyn is niemand se speelding nie, veral as die winde sterk waai, daar is sandstorms. So
ja, en hulle het toe nou gehelp en die vlieënier en al die passasiers aan boord is dan nou veilig en ek wil vir myself sê dis te danke aan ten minste gedeelteliks hulle 2.
Ja.
En dan lekker storie hier wat jy op die voorblad geskryf het oor die basterkaptein.
Ja, eerstens wil ek sê dat ons Republikein, ons is die voorste Afrikaans dagblad in die land. En ons dien ons lesers wat Afrikaans lees. Meeste van die bastervolk en die inwoners van Rooiborg lees Afrikaans. Ja. So dit is ons plig, ons eer en ons voorreg om stories te dek wat hulle direk aanraak. Ek noem dit omdat ons is nie ingelig of genooi na hierdie geleentheid nie. Ons was heel ongeken. So toe ek nou sien dit word op sosiale media uitgesaai, toe spring ek daar aan die werk want ons lesers verdien om daaroor te lees, dit raak hulle direk en dis baie belangrike kwessie. Tweedens wil ek sê ek was aangenaam verras deur die basterkaptein Jackie Brits se volwassenheid. Alhoewel die sleutel vir die basterkaptein se huis nie persoonlik aan hom terugbesorg is nie, lê hy klem op die feit dat die huis behoort aan die bastervolk, nie aan 'n individu wie ook al kaptein is op die oomblik nie, en ook op die feit dat dit 'n belangrike tree is in ag van die herstel van die vertrouensverhouding tussen die volk en die regering. Ja. Die huis is natuurlik net na onafhanklikheid oorgeneem deur die regering, afgevat van die bastervolk en oor die afgelope 35 jaar is dit baie verwaarloos. Daar was 'n brand ook, die ondersoek vir die oorsaak van daai brand was nooit eintlik voltooi nie. Dit was baie verwaarloos, maar nou volgens die gouverneur van die streek sal daar poging gewend word om dit te herstel, maar ek dink die belangrikste ding was daai oomblik van vreugde wat daai gemeenskap nou uiteindelik gekry het en die feit dat dit belangrike tree is vir versoening. So ek fokus op die positief ek volg die voorbeeld gestel deur die Buster kaptein en ek wens alle Busters baie geluk met hierdie belangrike verwikkeling. Ja.
Ja, dis vir my so lekker om te sien want ons weet almal hoe trots is Busters op daai identiteit.
Ja.
Jy weet ons weet hoe trots is Busters om van Reebot af te wees. Jy
Ja.
weet dis hulle plek, is hulle wêreld, dis hulle stukkie van hierdie aarde wat net aan hulle mense, nou nie net aan hulle mense nie, maar dis hulle plek. Dis
Ja.
waar hulle tuis is.
Ja, hulle is deel van daai gemeenskap, 'n belangrike deel,
Ja.
maar ek dink die boodskap wat ook daar gelewer is deur die huidige burgemeester van Reebot, dat dit is nie net 'n oomblik vir die Busters nie, maar vir alle Reebot inwoners en dat dit is nodig vir almal in Reebot om saam te staan en saam te werk vir ontwikkeling op die dorp. So ek dink dit was 'n pragtige geleentheid.
Dit maak my hart bly, moet ek vir jou sê.
En asseblief Reebot mense, as daar iets daar gebeur, laat weet ons, laat ons kan dek, laat ons persoonlik daar kan wees en eerstehands vir julle die nuus kan bring.
Ja, natuurlik. En dan het ek hier op bladsy 5 net so vinnig, ons het nie meer baie tyd oor nie. Het ek geskryf oor politieke partye wat warm onder die kraag is omdat die verkiesingskommissie van Namibië aangekondig het dat hulle nie waarnemers van politieke partye se reiskoste sal dek na Suid-Afrika om die druk van stembriewe waar te neem nie.
Ja.
En natuurlik glo hulle nou, jy weet hierdie is 'n probleem vir die verkiesingsproses, vir die integriteit en die deursigtigheid van die verkiesingsproses. En ek het gister laat kommentaar gekry van De Wet Siluka van die ICN wat gesê het die probleem is daar is ongeveer 60 mense waarvoor die ICN dan nou sal moet betaal dat hulle kan gaan kyk hoe briewe gedruk word. En jy weet waar kry die ICN daai geld vandaan?
Groot onkoste.
Dit is groot onkoste. In verlede jare het dit ook so gebeur met die presidensiële nasionale vergadering verkiesings dat die ICN toe nou betaal het. En natuurlik was belastingbetalers verskriklik ontsteld want dit staan nou belastingbetalers se geld wat dan nou gaan dat hierdie mense Suid-Afrika toe kan gaan. Maar dan, jy weet, ons hospitale het die medisyne nie, daar's mense wat daar ver in noorde sommer verlate is en nie toegang het tot basiese dienste, nie 'n identiteitskaart kan kry nie.
Ek dink solank alle politieke partye, die oppositie en die regerende party genoeg geleentheid gegee word om dan inspeksie te doen op die stembriewe as hulle nou in die land kom, dink ek dit kan nog altyd werk.
Ja, maar dit is 'n verwikkelende kwessie in hierdie stadium en ek volg dit, ek dink baie meer noukeurig as wat selfs ek wil in hierdie stadium. Maar baie dankie dat jy by ons was, Ougetu. Dit was ons nuus, ons gaan kyk nou hoe maak jy weer môre. Dit is môre Vrydag, maar onder watter weeromstandighede lê jy jou naweek in? Kom ons gaan kyk. Op Katimamulilo is sonnige dag môre met 'n minimum van 20 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 40 grade Celsius. Op Otjiwarongo blyk dit reënerig met 'n minimum van 21 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 35 en ook reënerig in die hoofstad met 'n minimum van 18 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 31. Op Swakopmund gedeeltelik bewolk met 'n minimum van 14 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 15 grade Celsius. Ook gedeeltelik bewolk op Loederitz met 'n minimum van 12 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 22 en op Reebot 'n minimum van 20 grade Celsius en 'n maksimum van 30, maar dit blyk ook 'n reënerige dag daar te wees. Ons gaan leer nou meer oor die Beyond Barriers pediatriese kliniek op Walvisbaai met Anthea Kosten en Manuela van Skalkwyk.
I'm Anthea Kosten, co-founder of Beyond Barriers Pediatric. This is Manuela van Skalkwyk, the other co-founder of Beyond Barriers Pediatric, and we are here to tell you what we're all about and what we have to offer. But before we even start, we want to talk about the backstory of why we founded Beyond Barriers in the first place. Both of us have neurodivergent children, which could be a foreign concept for many people, but our children have, because of different reasons, brain injuries actually. Yes. So they fall under the special needs category. And yes, special needs is actually quite broad. You have a wide variety of children with different abilities, whether it's autism or cerebral palsy or Down syndrome. But our children have brain injuries and they fall under the neurodiverse category under special needs. So both of us have actually had to travel outside of Namibia to go for therapy for our kids, to give our children an opportunity to thrive.
To be the best they can be.
Yes, to be as independent as they can actually be, and to be the best they can be. But realistically and long term, it's unsustainable. It's financially not feasible. And she went to America last year in November, and she came back and she's like, I have to sell my house if I want to go back again, and I just want to help my kid. So how do you help your child? And I can guarantee you 100% of parents going through what we're going through don't know what's going to happen to their children if they're not there anymore. And that's why we founded Beyond Barriers.
Any mom's biggest fear is their child not being okay if something happens to them.
Yeah.
So our dream is to have the best therapy for our kids at home. Yeah. Traveling overseas, like we do a lot, it's traumatizing for ourselves, not so much for the kids, but for us, because financially, our husbands can't travel with us, always. The therapy is very expensive. So that means, like with us, I go by myself. So it might sound very nice to say I'm going to America for 3 weeks, but it's stressful. I'm going to a whole new continent. I don't even know if the Uber that's picking me up is the right Uber, if he's taking me where he's supposed to take me. So yeah, it's emotionally stressful for parents and for kids, because we have to take our kids away from daddy, from their siblings, out of their home, out of their comfort zones. So we want to bring international expertise to Namibia, medically, because every child deserves the best at home.
Yes, and with that, not every child or every family can afford to actually travel, even to South Africa, for example, to even get a brain scan or any therapy. Not every family has the opportunity to travel to South Africa or America or Europe. So we wanted to bring the therapists here. We share the cost, and then the children actually get first world therapy right here at home, And that was the biggest thing for us. Through lived experience, we are able to make a difference and help a lot more Namibian children. And that was the key thing for us.
Because it's not just about us.
Yeah.
It's about a lot of other kids who have the potential to become independent adults.
Yeah.
But with the current medical expertise in Namibia, it's not possible. So, and I feel the strain on parents is significant with a special needs child. The government doesn't do enough, I feel, to assist these families and kids who it's expensive. We're looking at a standing frame for a child costs you 20,000, 30,000.
That's the minimum.
That's minimum.
Yeah.
That's the that's the starting point for any kind of equipment a special needs child needs. We're not even talking about a walker.
Yeah.
A walker will assist the child in walking independently. We're looking at 60, 70, 100,000 rand.
And mind you, medical aid only pays a maximum of 4,000 for a
4,000.
standing frame.
So where do parents get this amount of money? It's financially not doable. And I mean, then you sit with therapists who are not specifically qualified to work with special needs. I feel it's wrong. It's an injustice to the child because you could give that child a normal life. There's a lot of special needs kids in Namibia who could have normal lives, who could be working, who could go to mainstream school, but because Namibia doesn't have the right therapist, this child is not able to get the opportunity to do so. And I feel we are very fortunate to be able to do what we did with our daughter. So yes, it's come from Abigail turned 11 in June. She was diagnosed at 9 months. So it's taken me 10 years to be tired and say, I don't want to fly. I want to be at home. And going to America and seeing what those therapists did. So it's a physiotherapist and an occupational therapist who are just more qualified. They got my child walking
And talking.
independently.
And talking sentences.
And talking sentences. So before Abigail would say one word, she would answer yes or no. And we also did a lot of stem cells treatments, which they do with special needs kids a lot. So before we went to America, she would have one word. She could say eat or pee or play or whatever. And we were in America for the second week and she just started talking. Full on sentences. And I just cried. And it wasn't that the therapist did very different exercises, they just utilized the child's ability and enhanced it. So I just said it was so profound. Like we've been going to Cape Town for 10 years and our physio couldn't get right what they did in America. And my child was walking in a walker by herself. And to me as a mum, it couldn't have been a more successful trip. And it was based on that I came home and I said, it's going to cost us the same amount of money going back to America for 3 weeks or buying all of the equipment.
Yeah, essentially.
Yes.
Essentially.
So
yeah, her daughter is 11, mine is 4, and we've been on a similar journey. Obviously, not as long. She had bacterial meningitis due to medical negligence. She now has a brain injury, and none of the doctors are held accountable. We are sitting with the financial, the financial strain, the emotional strain. Yeah, same with her.
Abby was also negligent.
Majority of the cases of families with special needs kids is due to medical negligence. Sorry to say, it is the way it is.
And these are private hospitals. I can't even say it's a state hospital. It's a private hospital.
So we don't even want to go into what the state hospitals do to children, unfortunately. But even those children, where do they go? Families who do not have medical aid. Families who cannot help their children at all financially, where do they go? And this is where we come in. Yes. We want to help families get their children independent, but also, I would say 90 to 100%, and I'm proud to say it because it's a fact. 90 to 100% of families who have children with brain injuries or disabilities have trauma.
Families, yes.
The families.
The parents.
And with Beyond Barriers, we want to help the family as a whole, in addition to the child. and helping the child get independence, be able to walk or talk or communicate. You don't even have to speak, you can communicate, you can learn to communicate, you can learn to be independent. So when you are an adult, your parents, your family don't have to worry. You would be okay. And this is the start of what we are trying to change in this country. It's a reality.
So to give you an idea, Abigail, let's say 10 years, the amount of treatment, doctors, specialists, equipment, we are standing on 4 million that it's cost us.
Excluding medical aid. That's not even medical aid. That's just...
No, medical aid, no.
Yeah.
Medical aid doesn't factor.
Yeah.
So we are standing on 4 million. So financially, I'm lucky we had our own company. We have our own company. But any other parent, who can do that? No one is financially, even in this day and age, it's not possible. Last year, America, I did 3 weeks with Abby. I can't go back. I would love to go and say, I'm going to go 6 months. And my child will be walking, talking, eating by herself. She will be completely independent. I know this. Yeah. But that means I'll have to sell everything I've worked my whole life for. Do that. And yes, I want to help my child, but I also need to think my child needs help in 10 or 20 years from now. I can't put them back in life. I need to be forward. So in order to do this, and in order to help special needs kids in Namibia, we need the Namibian people to help us do this.
We need to stand together as a nation.
So Beyond Barriers wants to help all the kids. So if we can find a local therapist who is willing to work with special needs children, who wants to go and study in South Africa first for 2 months for the NDT course, because that is very important.
Neurodevelopmental therapy.
It's all to do with brain and muscle communication, and then go to America to study how to use the special equipment. Then if we have a regular everyday therapist, we are open 8 hours of the day. We can help 8 children a day.
We bring you luxury, lifestyle and location. My.NA Property takes you inside Namibia's most stunning homes, high-end developments and hidden gems. Catch us every Tuesday at 9 p.m. because every space has a story. Only.
En daarmee die einde van ons episode van Kletskompas en inderdaad ons week hier op Kletskompas. Onthou dat jy volgende week weer kan inskakel vir Kletskompas op NTV. Dit is DStv kanaal 285 en GoTV kanaal 25 as ook oneup2.com. En as jy jou Kletskompas misgeloop het, kan jy dit gerus weer gaan kyk by oneup2.com se Echo toepassing. Maar tot volgende week van ons kant af, is dit mooi bly.